this is taking all four limbs. This is the main groove at the beginning, page 40 or 42 of the Commandments of Early Rhythm and Blues. And now we've got the hi-hat, the ride cymbal driving. So we're using the throw up exercise, but remember, you got to go at it. You got to be the boxer. It's not like this. You got to go at it, and you got to let it pop. And when it pops, don't just let it open your fingers. Let it come up, and keep your wrist flexible. So now, by the way, we started here, right? Now we can close that up a little bit, because we're actually going to play the proper French grip, where the hand is closed around the stick. We still have our horizontal fulcrum right here. Still have the thumb on the stick. The grip is still there. Okay. Now the wrist is flexible. So when you strike, the tip comes off, this comes off, and it goes into the arm. One long motion. If you let it, a lot of drummers play it like this. So what's happening is the fingers are activated, but this is stuck. Or it's like this. That doesn't make sense. This makes sense. So you can, yes, you're using the arm, but now it's really a throw from the wrist, and the arm is involved. The arm powers it back here, but it's really, the wrist is working, they're working together. Everything's working as a mechanism together. Okay? Now that goes, say, for those of my students who are on the Spang-a-lang, we don't want to muddy the waters with that. This is four limbs. Now, go down to the bass drum. The bass drum is also playing that four on the floor. It's insistent. Throw, throw, throw. And we don't want to end there. We have to end with the follow-through. Weight stays in the heel. The beater ball comes off. Just like when we strike the drum. You don't bury it. It comes off. So the weight always stays in the heel. It never goes to the front of the foot. We drive, it pops, and we kind of go back to that neutral position. Now we're not going to come all the way back, and we're going to leave the foot on the pedal the whole time. Bam. So we set it up. Bam. Bam. Okay? Now we get that going as quarter notes. Notice the smoothness of the beater ball. It moves smoothly. It doesn't jerk forward and back in a jerky way. Ta, ta. Creates a long quarter note, just like what's happening upstairs on the ride cymbal. So these two play together. How do we know when to set up and strike the bass drum? Because as the hand comes up, the beater ball comes up when we strike. So I'm paying attention, but they drive. They have to drive. Now, if we go to snare and hi-hat world, come down the hi-hat foot, that plays the backbeat. Remember we said we want to lift up the foot and let it fall. If you assume this kind of technique that I'm doing, we pick it up and it falls. And we don't want to lift it up too early, because it comes up when the hand comes up. So it really drops. It's got to drop. Whether you're doing this technique or this technique or this technique, you got to let the weight, the reason I do this side to side is so that the weight can fall in the back of the foot, the heel, like you're hanging off a curb doing calf raises. Now I know for real that my weight has dropped. My leg is really relaxed and the weight is absolutely dropped. So we do this, and drop, and drop, and drop, and drop. Again, you're not always necessarily going to play this way. What I'm doing is creating these exercises to demonstrate these principles. And that's the whole point, okay? So now let's put all three limbs together and see how they work. So this guy has to drop, but these two have to drive, okay? The bass drum may sound excessively loud. That's because I have this behemoth 18 by 22 that I don't really like. I love DW, but the size of the drum bugs me. And there's a Flam Slam pad on here. And it's a very modern head. If this was a calfskin head on a 22 by 14 deep, it would have the sound that I was really after, okay? And it wouldn't be as loud. But you could tell from the balance, this is the leader, this guy drops, it makes a loud sound. It's a loud sound. That's what the hi-hat backbeat is. It's establishing the backbeat, where things need to fall. It needs to consistently be on the back side of the beat. It should be ha, as if you're dropping, okay? Now let's play a cross stick. Again, we lift and let it fall. If we're playing a snare hit, for those of you who have studied traditional grip with me, we're going to play a tap, right? So we're here, we let it fall. Okay? Now, if you get a little more active with it, you're still letting it fall. So I'm lifting and letting the stick fall on the head. I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a rush. You play these two together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. They come up together, they align, they come down together. There's weight. Now we put all 4 together. Slow it down all I want. Okay, so that no matter what kind of a groove I'm playing, that pulse is always there. It's a long, see the chart up there? I don't know if you can see it, but it's those long quarter notes that I talk about so much. Ta, 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 ta. That is always there no matter what I'm playing with my 4 limbs. If it's a shuffle, any kind of a swing feel, we're talking about swing feel here, right?